This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
This is the Simplistic Reviews Podcast. They talk movies. They talk TV. They talk. Hey!
What?
Could we call it with the f***ing lightning already?
Just trying to paint a scary picture.
I'm gonna paint your left eye black and blue if you don't quit it.
Fine.
I'm your announcer, Julie. And I'd personally like to thank Jason Biggs for doing something we've all wanted to do. Taking a piss in Chelsea Handler's face. Here are your horror bowl hosts. Matthew Stewart, DJ Valentine, and Justin Polizzi.
Hello, Halloweenies. This is the Simplistic Reviews Podcast, Halloween edition. I'm DJ Valentine. I'm joined by two tricks and one treat. Matthew Stewart, Justin Polizzi, and from Insession Films, the Honorable JD Duran. How are you guys doing today?
Hey.
Pretty good. JD's the treat today.
JD, you're the treat.
I am so glad to be here.
He's been waiting to do that for months now.
At least a good 3 weeks now.
He was like, look guys, I have this great bit. I'm going to be Stephen Hawking. It's going to be amazing.
No, when I guest starred on the Insession Film podcast, and I pulled the Stephen Hawking, so he's pulling it back. It's fine. We haven't been on for 8 months. The 8-month restraining order has been ended. So we're allowed to come back on the Simplistic Review podcast without repercussions for ourselves. I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been wanting to get back on your guys' show for a long, long time. In fact, I think I told you this, DJ, a few weeks ago. It was the week that you came on our show. I went back and re-listened to the February show where I guested on, and it was amazing. It was like listening to it for the first time all over again. It was a blast.
Because a car accident it always retains that amazement.
It's like that came out of my
see a car
mouth.
explode a million times.
Well, it was just funny listening to me bitch about The Winter's Tale all over again. I needed to get it out of my system.
You bitching about The Winter's Tale might have changed that movie.
I think it changed cinema.
I think it might have changed films.
It was a butterfly effect.
After JG went off, like that film was erased from the fucking page. Like it's nowhere now. No one claims it.
Yeah, and even they were like, hey, we should change that Tom Hanks movie. Change that name because I think we're gonna have the same situation with Winter's Tale. And that went through like 4 different names. So yeah, it was one heck of a roll throughout the Hollywood.
Yeah. Anything I can do to help, people's lives at the cinema, I'm here to help.
We pride ourselves on our angry rants, but I have to say that might have been top 3 longest rants of anger that we've had. We've ranted on many
merciless.
things.
And it was fun.
And it was fun.
Colin Farrell, who now I have to always preface with, he does great work, except for Winter's Tale.
Well, we all have that. We all have that one regret, like the time Justin was with that hooker, and
he doesn't regret that shit.
She gave him money to not sleep with her.
Right. She was big too. She was a big girl.
And I mean,
he likes the big
of course, you DJ, you and your racist rants against white people at my parties, That's always a regretful situation. I'm sure you regret.
How I remember that.
Well, that's how I remember it. And of course, how can we forget JD? It's involved a goat and a cow and a baseball
glove. A lot of hay.
My biggest regret was watching Man of Steel.
Oh, well, you want to talk about regrets and prostitution. We can talk about Man of Steel if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, somebody, Hyro from True Bromance is probably listening right now going, fuck you guys, man. Man of Steel is the greatest film ever created by man.
Hyro will murder you.
He will. He's a big guy.
He is a Man of Steel.
Yes. So, Justin.
Yo.
Do you want to spin a humongously expensive wheel?
It's big, man. I think.
Hey, get out of the way, Joe. I want to touch it.
No. I got it.
It's getting a little crazy over here right now.
You want to touch? You want to touch it, Matt? You want to touch it?
I want it. Well, you know what? To be fair, I think JD's the guest, so I think Jay Z. Yeah, Jay Z's here too.
JD, do you want to touch this large, humongous wheel?
I'm not afraid of the big sizes.
Okay, if you want to spin, we're gonna have to, say the catchphrase that starts off the segment. Come on down.
These guys getting behind this sort of will may not be as illegal as a DUI, but it's just as dangerous. This is Simplistic Showcase.
We spin on whatever subject it lands on. We can talk about it, or we can have the spin again and talk about the next one. But the next one on the second spin you must talk about. And on this list is, because October was filled with every goddamn thing we can think of.
Yep.
It's a million subjects. And also a free space where you can talk about whatever you want. And a mystery. Subject. So,
man, you're really up on this one.
Yeah, man,
somebody's gonna die.
October. Somebody might actually perish.
As
JD,
long as the mystery is better than or more happier than Gone Girl, I'll be okay with it.
I'm not promising anything. JD, you can spin first. You get your hands on that big fat delicious wheel.
All right. Yep. I'm going full bore into it. Both hands. Here we go.
Both hands. It's spinning and it's spinning and it's spinning and it lands on Wonder Woman Origins. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to spin again?
Spin it again. I'll let one of you guys talk.
Oh, he's spinning again. Double money.
He must be sexist.
He is sexist.
Nope. I just know
JD
nothing
does not
about
like
Wonder
women. We've just learned that JD does not like women.
Yes.
No, that is not true.
Noted.
It is
not true.
He does not believe women. Continue.
He does not believe in equal pay.
Roe versus Wade. Here he goes. He's about to spin it again. Go ahead, JD. Spin that wheel.
All right, here we go.
JD's got good technique on that wheel.
He's got good technique.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
You pulled two weird subjects. Batista as a Bond baddie. JD, what are your thoughts?
Oh boy.
I think I've been sleeping October, because where the hell did this shit come from?
This happened in the beginning of the month.
Oh, okay. I was sleeping.
I was sleeping. Well, I like Dave Bautista. I think he surprised me in some pretty interesting roles. The thing about him though is I saw some potential in him last year when I went to see Riddick, which was a terrible film in my opinion. I didn't really like it a whole lot, but he was one of the highlights of that film. I knew he was going to be in Guardian, so I was like, okay, looking forward to this guy. And then, of course, I thought he crushed it in Guardian. So, I don't know much of him outside of those two films, but I'm liking this guy. So, whatever you put him in, I'll be there. So, as a Bond villain, sure, yeah, I'm down. Put me on the I'll be there list.
As long as he's not the the calculated one. I just want him to be the muscle.
Well, that's what they're going for, that classic.
That's what they're making him good, yeah. Make him odd job.
It's kind of an interesting turn, because it doesn't seem like there's been like that muscle character since Daniel Craig came on as Bond, really. Like the big Hulk.
Yeah, he's been fighting a bunch of pussies, I think. Like, who was the strongest guy he's fought? Mads Mikkelsen? I think the biggest guy he's ever.
Dave, he's 6'6", 290 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was like a fucking Buick. So yeah,
it's a fun little juxtaposition. Yeah.
So Justin, your turn. Can you match a Batista Bond baddie spin?
Yeah, I can try. Let's do this.
All right. Put your hands on that wheel. You gotta spit first. You gotta spit.
It's been a while. Warm those hands in.
There we go. Ready?
Oh man. Look at this.
Ready? I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh, there's the wheel. It's spinning, and it lands on Benedict Cumberbatch, strongly rumored to be Doctor Strange. Not confirmed.
That's bullshit.
Do you want to stay with the subject?
I'm going to stay with it. I want to know what's bullshit about it. What's bullshit about it?
Yeah,
no, he's mad because he didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, no offense against Dave Bautista. I mean, I like the guy.
I think you're rumored for it as well, right, DJ?
I'm up for it. JD's up for it. You're up for it.
I'm pretty sure we all are.
I'm up for the Asian guy. I'm up for Wong.
The Wong.
What do you think about it, Justin?
Whatever. It's a whatever.
Whatever? You want to stay on this subject and you give me a whatever?
I mean, no matter what, I just think he's got a lot on his plate, so it's probably not going to pan out. And how many names have we gotten within the last few months?
About 19, about 95 names.
Yeah,
950
there's been a lot
names.
of them. Yeah,
it's just a rumor. It doesn't really mean anything, and if he got it, so what? The guy's pretty good at everything.
What does final negotiations exactly mean? Because isn't that the rumor right now? He's in final negotiations.
Final negotiations means they haven't officially signed him, but he is in. It was essentially what Joaquin Phoenix was in. But then they signed. They have his lawyer go through the contract, and Joaquin Phoenix saw. Wait, how many movies? 7.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna go to Cumberbatch with the same thing, and they go, "Hey, Cumberbatch, yeah, you can sign. You want to be Doctor Strange, but you're gonna have to do it for 7 movies." They're gonna try to sneak that, negotiate those terms around his schedule,
and that's
fine.
I mean, if he wants it and they do it with him, then that's good. I mean, I'd rather have him with the other rumor in the DC universe, as they were talking about. I think he would have been a better fit for that. I think they could find somebody for Strange a heck of a lot better, but I mean, not to say he's not bad. It's just look-wise, I think they could probably do a little bit better.
He was kind of who I wanted the first time, but you know what? Which candidate of all the candidates of all 915 candidates they put out that really made me go, I really want to see that, and it's out of left field.
Yeah.
Is the Ewan McGregor one?
Yeah,
I really like that. I really like that.
Him playing a Jedi isn't too much of a stretch for him playing
essentially he's a freaking wizard. Yeah, so with a lightsaber. Is this essentially a wizard with a lightsaber?
Like that better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a shock that they put Cumberbatch in there, because isn't Cumberbatch he's rumored to be in every movie ever made now until 2020 at this point or something like that.
Yeah.
I liked Oscar Isaac. I like the Oscar Isaac one too. I know he's doing Star Wars now, but I think he had the look.
He's in a hole.
He had a look of a Stephen Strange.
The look is very important.
Yeah. The thing about Oscar Isaac is, and it's about Benedict Cumberbatch too. These guys are committed for 75 projects.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac is going to be doing Star Wars until the end of time. All right, he's going to be. He's the strongest of the new actors in that series. So they're going to probably put a damn anklet on him, so he can't do anything else. For him to do 7 movie contract with Doctor Strange, I don't see how that's possible. I don't see how Cumberbatch is being able to do anything, because he's in every damn movie. It's like a damn grocery list. It's like Hobbit. You're going to do Sherlock.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in the new Star Trek movie? Are you going to be in Star Wars? It's like he's involved in so many damn things, so I don't know how
that's why I say whatever, because probably tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll hear another name. So,
Yeah.
Probably. I think my favorite
Denzel Washington is Doctor Strange.
I think my favorite thing about Cumberbatch is that I think his personality on screen, I think he'll be fantastic, but I think his personality with the rest of the cast and with the fans off screen, I think will match everyone else that they have within the Marvel movie universe, and I think that will play big dividends as well. I mean, I love the idea of Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange. I think he would have been amazing on screen, but I don't know if his personality would have gelled as much off screen, and he doesn't really seem like the kind of guy that likes to go around and interact with the fans all the time. I think that would have been
definitely
a little bit of a downer as well. So, so I think
Cumberbatch reminds me a lot of Hiddleston in a lot of ways. I think
he seems like he's in on the joke. He's very charming. He can deal with the people. And stuff. Joaquin's a goddamn shut-in. He doesn't want to deal with shit.
Exactly.
He doesn't like going to we've said this many times. He doesn't like going to the Oscars when he's nominated.
I know.
So
and when the camera's on him at the Oscars, he acts like he doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah,
he's like he seems like he's holding drugs and the cop is looking at him every time he goes. It's like, oh shit, don't look at me in the face, don't look at me in the face. All right, Matthew, put your hands on that wheel and you spin away.
Be careful, Matt, it's a little sticky.
I know, it's a
little sticky.
Perverts, doing what you want to do. All right, hold on, let me get the hand sanitizer. Back team.
All right, good.
Ready.
Put some Bactine on there.
Here we go.
Don't kill the good germs. Kill the bad germs.
A trick right here. Something I learned in Bangkok.
All right.
Here you go.
Oh, God.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, my God. That should be out.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That was very gross.
See that?
That's disgusting.
Now I know why it's sticky.
Wow, it stops on a mystery topic.
Of course, for me, a mystery topic.
Do you want to spin again?
Take the mystery. Take the mystery
topic.
Man.
$1.
Oh God.
Now the mystery could be anything, so I don't know. It's very dangerous.
I'll go. I'll
$1.
take that gamble. I think I deserve a little.
You're gonna
mystery.
take the mystery.
I'll take that mystery.
Oh my God! All right. Of all the things that happened in October, we're just skipping around all of them. The mystery topic is Pee Wee Herman reboot.
Oh my God!
That's the mystery.
That is the mystery.
I guess I have to talk about this thing.
Yeah.
Didn't we mention something like this in my house the other day? Something about Paul Rubens being, how old is this guy now? 50? He's got to be at least 50.
He might be. He's old. He looked old. He was on Blacklist. He looked old as shit.
Okay, he's ancient.
He's probably about 70
like
years old.
Fucking Dorian Gray. He's got a fucking painting somewhere in his
Dorian
room,
Gray.
like that.
He's on 21 Jump Street.
I don't know. I think I would still see it. Does that make me a weirdo?
No,
okay.
I love Pee Wee fucking Herman, man. Who the hell doesn't like Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, but God,
he can jerk off wherever he wants as long as he's nowhere near me.
Or my food.
Yeah,
Are awesome.
that's true.
My God.
Yeah.
Or my food.
Yeah.
So shit. I mean, yeah. I don't care. I mean, growing up, Pee Wee's Playhouse was awesome, and Big Adventure and Big Top Pee Wee was always entertaining. So. Yeah,
Still
sure. Why not? You're
classic.
fucking remaking every fucking thing else, so why not bring back fucking Pee Wee Herman from the? What do you think would be the plot of this one, though?
Oh God! Was there a plot of the other two?
Well, you have to
Find my bike,
No.
and I'm in a
Bike,
circus.
and it's circus. I think this. I'm gonna pitch it to you right now. He is.
Okay, here we go.
He's down on his luck because
All right.
he's owned a small porno theater for the past 30 years. And he was trying to find a new way to revive it. He's trying to find a way to kind of get people back into porno theaters because everybody can jerk off at home and stuff like that. And he's like, look, the lost art of jerking off in public is lost amongst the youth.
So we're going with Big Cock Pee Wee?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God.
Name it. Perfect name. Perfect title.
Big Cock Pee Wee, directed by by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes, a P.T. Anderson
Wow.
film.
It's like Boogie Nights with Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, there you go. And he bring it back. Bring back all his friends from Pee Wee's Playhouse. So you have Zombie, and you have Lawrence Fishburne shows up as like he's been a cowboy porn guy for a while. Now he's
Oh man, you're really destroying my childhood right now. You're just destroying whatever.
If only Philip Seymour Hoffman was still alive.
Oh God,
know.
God bless him. Oh, I would love. Now we're talking.
Oh.
If you got to give me a scene of Pee Wee in a car with Philip Seymour Hoffman, are you kidding
That's
me?
something right there.
That would be pretty awesome.
That's $10 out of
Yeah.
my pocket, right? All right, JD, you got a second chance. Go ahead, spin that wheel.
Second chance.
Get something good.
Okay, here we go.
All right, it's spinning, and it lands on possible female Robin, Jenna Malone. Do you want to stay on this topic, or do you want to spin again?
Here's the thing, if I pass, you guys are just gonna call me women hater once again. So I don't want that. And then second of all,
that is true.
I know.
Damn it, he's onto us. Damn it.
I know.
He skipped Wonder Woman. He's skipping Jenna Malone. This guy, he's a woman hater. This is like 1940s.
And I feel like you guys want to talk about this. So I mean, if we really want to go for it, we can.
It's up to you, man. You can spin. It's your world. It's your world. Spin
It's your
away.
world, no peer pressure here at all.
No peer pressure.
Yeah. Right.
No pressure. No pressure, woman hater. No pressure.
What the hell? Let's just spin again. And it's not because she's a woman. It's because I don't know anything about it. That's the main reason.
He spins again because he hates women. Go ahead, spin again.
Oh boy. I hope the next one lands on. Never mind. Let's just go.
Something big.
Let's just spin the goddamn thing.
All right.
Do it.
Spin the wheel. Spin it.
All right, here we go.
All right, it's rolling, and it stops on. You'll be happy about this. Age of Ultron's trailer.
Oh. Thank
including
God.
the new one they just premiered tonight that we've seen maybe 5 minutes ago as we were taping this. The new Age of Ultron trailer, not the leaked one that got accidentally released and then Marvel just backed in on it. There was another one that premiered literally, I don't know, an hour ago. So JD,
and that's the one we're talking about right now?
We can talk about both of them if you want. The Age of Ultron trailer, not specific.
Yeah, I fucking love this thing. So I thought it was
we gotta fuck out of him.
I mean,
I love there's no women in it.
No, that's not true because there is women in it.
I didn't see one Black Widow shot.
Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. I think it immediately sets the tone for what we're getting into, which looks like to be a little bit different than the first one. And man, James Spader, I knew that he was going to be awesome, but his voice was even better than I hoped it could be. I thought it was absolutely immaculate, and I think the use of the music in the background was really creepy and haunting and just fit really perfectly with what they were trying to do with building up Ultron in the trailer. And all the action looks amazing. Hulkbuster and all those other pieces. We got a nice little image of Andy Serkis in there. More curious to see more about that. So for me, the
Easter egg,
super, super amazing. I'm pretty excited. And I guess if we're also talking about the trailer that was on tonight on S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't think they really went into a whole as much as what that scene is really going to play out in the movie, I don't think. But I think...
Yeah, you can tell they fast forwarded through
it
really
but I will say the setup with the comedy and them just kind of hanging out, there's something about them just relaxing, not really doing anything heroic to me, I thought was really endearing. It was just really fun seeing all these guys as people or as humans just kind of doing people stuff. I thought was kind of nice. And then of course it has a nice little turn into Ultron kind of coming out and then being shocked as hell. But I love that. I thought it was really cool. I couldn't be more excited for this. It's going to be awesome.
It's funny because this is a movie where it shines when, like you're saying, the people are just having conversations. I mean, the action in the first movie is awesome. But scenes that really stand out is the argument scenes, or scenes where Tony is talking to Cap in the plane and shit. Those are the parts where you really like. Well, at least for me, where I
that
see
big argument
like that.
when they're in the sky and they're all bickering with one another. That was awesome.
Yeah. What do you think, Jay?
I liked it a lot. I liked it so much, I'm changing it, and we will be having our own trailers.
Uh-oh.
Did you get...
Jay might be doing something interesting to that trailer.
Yes, it's going to be uploaded.
Did you guys see the mashup where they took the music and reversed it onto the actual Pinocchio trailer? Like they made a Pinocchio. That was pretty awesome.
I did see that. I mean, I'm telling you could put James Spader over anything. Blood on the Highway DMV videos. It's gonna freaking be the most awesome thing you've ever seen.
Blood on the Highway DMV.
Wear your seatbelt. Make sure not to drink and drive. I mean, look, his voice is so awesome. The trailer's awesome. The tone of this movie, everybody's like, "Oh, it's gonna be dark. Don't be Man of Steel or DC." But there's no way you're gonna do that with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
As long as he's anywhere in the vicinity, you're gonna get humor.
Sure.
So you're fine.
What did you guys think about? They didn't show him a whole lot, but what did you think about the little glimpses we got of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver?
Shave Quicksilver, shave. Please.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have thought would have done a better Quicksilver. Though we haven't seen this Quicksilver yet.
No.
I thought the one from Days of Future Past was going to suck, and he was amazing. So I'm watching this one, and now it's like, man, you got a lot to live up to, man. From what I'm looking at, after I watched Godzilla, I don't really have high hopes.
There's two different takes on Quicksilver character. The one in Days of Future Past was like a younger, like more, like a little sillier, a little more slapsticky. This one, like, I've been through some more shit,
The character could be written differently.
Yeah.
You're right. At least this guy he's got Whedon.
He'll get some good dialogue.
Hold his hand.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm more interested in Scarlet Witch than I am in him anyway. So
I'm more interested in the Hulk.
Me too.
For the first time in ever.
They're gonna do. I hope they do something special with the Hulk because he needs to get his due.
I think they are.
I hope. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, get your hands on that big fat fucking wheel and send them.
Wheel.
Disgusting.
It's been through a lot already.
That thing is
I'm sorry about that.
I'm not touching it. I'm gonna use my. I'll use my
dirty.
foot.
Use your foot. Go ahead. Don't bust your ass.
Jay, I've seen this happen before.
Ready?
I told you fell down. This guy.
Well, it's not my fault.
It was a tough move. It was tough.
It's kind of sticky too. You should have had some traction on it.
It
should have put a mat. We got to put a mat down. This is disgusting.
It lands.
Look at that. My feet just stick to the ground. It's like Pee-wee's house all over.
Hey, look, leave Pee-wee the fuck out of this.
Big cock Pee-wee out of this.
Big Cock Pee-wee 2019. You'll be there.
Sounds like a personal story.
Part 2 in 2020.
2 in 2020. Speaking of the devil, Marvel's schedule announcement is when it lands on it, which happens as we record this today. What a great day to do a podcast.
Absolutely.
Marvel's announcement, Marvel's schedule comes out. Jay, you have first swing at it. What do you think?
Well, when I texted you, I said it was big. That's big.
He was talking about his penis, and he was just talking about his penis at the time. I'm fully erect right now.
What filter looks better? Does this filter make it look bigger? Or is that
only in sepia.
Sepia tone.
I like the black and white. It's a little bit
more artsy. Yeah, that's cool. Shadows.
Yeah, a little Fellini, little 9.5 right there.
9.5 inches.
Dial M. Dial M for murder with my penis. It's they got a plan.
Yeah.
And
to say the least, these
I
guys
like
have a plan.
These guys have a plan. Unlike somebody else. And I'm glad this came out. Maybe some people can take this and learn from it and maybe use it for their own good. I really enjoy the standalone films. I'm really excited that they're cutting the Avengers into 2 parts. I think that's a good idea. We got a very, very large future look ahead, and that's really cool. They're going to do 20 films, they were saying. They're going to hit that 20 mark. And on the other side of the coin, there's another company that just seems to be spitting out ideas, not necessarily planning things out.
They might still be on this wheel, so watch your mouth.
And that's fine. I'm more looking forward to Batman vs Superman than I was a few months ago, and I think they can look at this. The difference is that Warner Brothers is just taking everything they have and throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. Where you got Marvel, they're just giving you bits and pieces, and they say it's all going to come together in the future. It's all going to come together, and I like that. I think that's great to have a plan. And Warner Brothers, it's a little sketchy without a plan. They say they have a plan, but it doesn't look stable.
Look what almost got swept under the rug. Not only did they first off, Marvel said, hey, by the way, we're gonna re-up Robert Downey Jr. Don't even worry about that shit. He's re-upped.
Right.
Then they say, okay, we're gonna get Captain America Civil War, which that's right by itself. It's the biggest fuck you to Batman vs Superman I've ever seen in my life. Then they say, okay, fuck you again, here's Doctor Strange. Fuck you twice. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, moved earlier than it was before.
Yeah.
You give us Thor Ragnarok, which I know you guys are. I know just you're not a big fan of, but I mean, I think they might put their. I think the problem with the second one is they weren't really paying attention to it. They were paying attention to Cap, and I think this time they're going to pay attention to it. And then after all that dick swinging, they go, oh, by the way, Black Panther in your fucking grill. What? Say something. I don't know.
African
right?
dick,
they dropped Black Panther, African penis, a wounded penis. Royal penis is clean in your face. Then May 2018, we got Avengers: Infinity War Part 1. Then Captain Marvel. Then the Inhumans. then Avengers Infinity War Part 2. That is the biggest dick swinging. I mean,
and that's good because I do think they changed their course. I think they had a different course, and I think what they saw with Warner Brothers, I think they're like, we got to up them, and that's good for us because now Warner Brothers can up them, and it's just good competition.
It is.
It's like watching a Pokemon contest with the cards being pieces of our childhood. Yeah. What do you got, Batman? I got Iron Man.
I mean, that whole thing,
exactly.
With Guardians being moved, I really think everything just got switched around at the last moment. I really do.
Guardians might have been the greatest thing for comic book films
It was huge.
When we look back, like in 2020, when we look back at like what films that we're watching, we have to go back to Guardians. A lot of people say go back to Iron Man or even go back to Blade and stuff like that. Guardians, because it was so fucking nuts and shouldn't have worked, and now it's the second highest grossing film of the year. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I know people have been. I was having a conversation with somebody today about how they were very hesitant on Black Panther, and they think they're gonna mute Black Panther. And I'm like, why would they mute it? They have no reason to do anything to appease anyone because they made a tree and a raccoon work. Yeah. You think they give a crap about a black utopian society? You think that's going to be a problem for them? They made a tree work.
I hope they don't whitewash it and kind of make it like, a black utopian society that's kind of like full of like white, you know what I mean? I hope they don't whitewash it because they're kind of scared a little bit to do something.
But why would they? But why would
I hope
they?
They're nuts.
But why would they change it? They have no reason. One, they have never given you any evidence to that they're afraid. Yeah. Two, they don't need to.
Iron Man.
True, but I mean, you're doing
well, that was incompetence, not afraid.
I mean, the thing with like,
they weren't.
I don't know.
Trust me, even though I hated Iron Man 3, that proved that they definitely weren't afraid because they took a villain and they said, you know what? We're not even going to make him a villain. We're going to make him a freaking comedian. The balls on that move is, I mean, I don't like that move, but that just shows, hey, we ain't afraid of shit. We'll make the fucking Mandarin an actor. We don't give a fuck.
And they've teased that the real Mandarin is still out there, so that could potentially be in the works at some point.
They had to back off.
That was probably backlash. That was backlash, definitely. But I mean, that's for them to even consider doing that for real. And that movie, as much as I don't like it, and me and Justin don't like it, made $1.2 billion.
It's too much money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much money.
It's not a good film.
The two big ones are going to be Black Panther and Captain Marvel, because those are the two. Those are going to be like bellwether movies, because you're first of all, you're making like the first major African American superhero movie
and woman, and that's a direct hit from somebody else. Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's
Warner Brothers has
another niche
the
shot.
most diversified. I mean, look at the Justice League. You got female, you got aliens, you got the humans, you got whites, you got blacks.
Living together, that's the stereo.
Living together.
It's like Martin Luther King's dream.
Mexicans.
No Mexicans.
Well,
no Mexicans.
Doctor Strange is close to that, but not quite. So.
Well, they had Sunspot in X-Men, but that's not them.
No,
that was Fox. But I mean, that's close.
The Avengers. It's just the sausage fest with the girl thrown in there.
Oh man, poor white girl.
But she's a badass girl, though.
poor Colby Smulders. Yeah, she's awesome.
She's
like two women put together.
Yeah, I agree.
To be developed, which luckily it looks like we're getting that way, and we're also getting another strong female in Captain Marvel and Black Panther. And I don't think they're looking at everything as one. They're obviously looking at everything as a franchise. Looking at Guardians of the Galaxy as a franchise, Captain Marvel as a franchise, but they all do come together, which is nice once in a while.
And Chadwick Boseman, who I kind of
you've been sucking on that for a while. You've been loving that guy.
Being cast as Black Panther, he's so smart. There's one thing I can say about Marvel. You can shit on them all you want. Their castings are pretty. As much as, again, we don't like Iron Man 3. This underlined that Ben Kingsley was good casting
until they fucking ruined it.
Flip flop. Until they fucked it up. But they always know how to cast their characters. What is the worst casting that you've seen in a Marvel film? Natalie Portman?
Maybe.
is that Kat Dennings? Maybe, possibly. Anthony Hopkins is
amazing,
fucking
perfect.
Everything they cast, it's great. So, what do you guys think is like the most one you're excited for? I'm thinking it's either Panther or Strange or Captain Marvel. I don't know anything. I'm not really big on Inhumans, but
I'm most excited about Black Panther and worried about Black Panther. I just want them to do a record. This is like a big, not not even a gamble, but it's just a big move by them to actually get some balls and go like, we're going to center this movie around one of the African American thing. It's still, not that it's a touchy subject, but people are really going to have that movie under the microscope to make sure it's like, you got to bring the pride back to, like, you know, a proud African character and like a strong African character, because you don't really, I mean, he had Falcon, but he's a side character.
Yeah.
But this is like the star.
But they treated him. But they made Falcon, who is a side character, who's ridiculous really in the comic books. They made him actually not a sidekick. They made him a partner, which is like.
And they also fixed their future by making Falcon Captain America.
Yeah.
So when
they
Evans
fix it twice.
leaves,
They fix it twice.
When Evans leaves, they have somebody fill that spot.
Exactly.
And he is.
Mackey's just there. And
if you listen to him on the talk circuit too, he is owning that role. He wants to play it so bad all the time. Like he.
Yeah, he's got enthusiasm.
That's another thing. They cast people who care about the people that they're playing to, which is important.
And I was listening to some stuff today because they had a bunch of press that was able to go on set to the Avengers over the last couple weeks or so, and this week a lot of the press has been able to release some of this stuff, and everything that I've either watched or listened to, pretty much every single press member was talking about how, you know, Downey Jr. and the cast, you know, as much money as they may be making or whatever, like they are super excited for these projects, and it's like they can't stop talking about it.
Except for one person. Except
for one guy that me and Justin always point out. We've made it this is like 5 podcasts in a row. We've always pointed out to him. He's not even angry. He's like ambivalent to everything. Hey, Jeremy Renner, you're gonna be Hawkeye. That's great.
Hey, he's the one that shoots arrows.
That's perfect. Hey, Jeremy Renner, you want to get a spin-off Hawkeye movie? Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I like Renner though a lot.
Jeremy Renner, you just won the lottery. You're 20 times richer than you were before.
Buy more frozen yogurt.
He just murmurs. But like you were saying, Matt, which was some of the conversation I was having earlier today with your worry about Black Panther. If there was one studio that you think that could do this correctly, that could do that had the balls to do a Black Panther movie correctly, which studio would you think would do it? It wouldn't be Fox. It definitely wouldn't be fucking Sony. It'd have to be these motherfuckers because they have balls. Warner Brothers has as much money they got. They don't really got balls, man. They don't. They just hand all the reins over to directors who have balls, but
they have balls. They just can't find them.
They haven't dropped yet.
Yeah.
We know we have them. We just can't.
They talk like this because their balls haven't dropped. All right, Matt.
Go ahead,
JD.
My biggest concern, and I have, you know, and I say this, and I have full confidence in what Marvel is doing. My biggest concern, I think, goes back to something you were saying, DJ, about how Guardians was such a pivotal film for them moving forward. And I do think, I completely agree, in 10, 15, 20 years, we'll look back on that film as a big turning point. But at the same time, again, I say this with full confidence that they're not going to do this, but my biggest concern would be that they would approach these films and they would, I'm not really sure what the right word is, but they would maybe get too confident, I guess. I still think they have to.
Well,
I mean, they have to still approach these very carefully because there's a huge audience, much like with Guardians, that doesn't know those properties at all, and they still have to.
That's in humans. That's in humans right now.
They still have to introduce them in a way that the audience is going to be able to understand what's going on, and it makes sense with the continuity of everything else, and that the characters are relatable and engaging. And they did a great job with that with Guardians. And again, I have full confidence that they're going to do that, but I just don't want them to slip in and overlook that fact just because they're doing so well. That's just a human tendency, I think, that everyone has at times if they're riding on cloud 9 all the time. And I do think that Marvel will be careful, but that's just kind of in my back pocket, as I hope that doesn't become the case at any point.
I think they kind of did that.
Inhumans is like
Iron Man 3, I think, a little bit. They got a little cocky in that movie. They said let's flip the script completely on Iron Man 3 and kind of make something that's.
But they didn't pay. They didn't pay for it. Though. They didn't have any consequences.
But they paid for it with, I think, maybe a little bit of loss of confidence by some of the fans. A little bit. It still made money regardless. Mm-hmm. But I think some people were like, "Is Marvel slipping a little bit? Iron Man 3 wasn't as good as the other ones, or anything like that." But then
that's a boring
that was before. Yeah. That was before Cap and Guardians. Yeah, they redeemed whatever they lost, they got it back. So, and the thing about Inhumans, sadly, you're talking about it. That's the one I have the most concern about. And you're talking about them being two balls. Fucking humans are. And the sad thing is, I do think Neil was bringing this up to me earlier today, Matt, that he thinks that S.H.I.E.L.D. is the show that has been hinting at Inhumans
I can see
which
that
I kind of agree. And nobody's watching that show, so it's hard.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, with your backstory on the show, barely anybody watches. You're still kind of fucked.
I mean, Inhumans walk amongst everyone because nobody knows an Inhuman is an Inhuman. But I mean, I think what they're doing with Inhumans, and they're doing with Doctor Strange, and they're doing with a few other things. I think, like you were saying earlier, Justin, I think big things might be happening with Hulk, because if they include the Inhumans with Doctor Strange, I mean, granted, you're not going to get Reed Richards or Professor X, but they might be working on maybe a pseudo Illuminati thing, maybe down the line too. So.
I believe Hulk would be having a bright future after
hopefully, I hope.
Phase 4. Phase 4.
Oh,
Phase 4.
I'll be dead by then. What is it, 2025? Jesus Christ.
We'll be 50 years old when Phase 4
I remember Iron Man 1 when it came out.
I remember when Nick Fury broke into Tony Stark's house.
Grandkids would be like, Grandpa, you're lame. You suck. Shut up. My movie.
Shut up, you kids. You know what a tree talks? It says I am Groot. That's my child.
Fuck off, Grandpa.
Going back to the Inhuman thing real fast, though, I do think that if they ever cross over, as far as introducing the Inhumans and S.H.I.E.L.D. and then going into the movie, because most of the crossover from the TV universe to the movie universe has been relatively small, other than the Hydra change. And even that on the show was still within its little bubble for TV. I think if they're going to build up the Inhumans and actually use that as a launching point of sorts, I think they're going to make that a really big thing and really bring in, like a big cast member or something. Like it'll be a big shift for the TV show. I don't think it'll be something subtle or kind of what they're doing now. I think if they're actually going to cross over, it'll be something that'll be huge.
I agree. I think they're going to cross over a little, like they're going to do the little stupid hint thing, because they've been hinting at Captain Marvel and have been hinting at Inhumans because of the Kree thing with Captain Marvel and Sky's dad. People who are listening right now have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about because they don't watch S.H.I.E.L.D.
But I do. No one watches S.H.I.E.L.D.
Explain
it to me.
Justin has no idea what I'm talking about because he gave up on S.H.I.E.L.D. like what he must. He gave up like a fucking year ago. But these little hints. But all that aside, the announcements from Marvel, which happened as we're recording this today, were fucking awesome. And the fact that Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans was there introducing Boseman,
fantastic.
It was great. And like Justin says, they've got a plan, and they've had a plan fucking like 6 years now.
Feige wasn't joking.
They know what to do. Matt, it's time for you to get your fucking hands, your dirty fucking filthy hands on that wheel.
So the wheel's dried off now, so it's not sticky anymore.
No, the wheel looks like it's stuck.
Might need to get some oil or something.
You might have to kick that bitch. Just kick.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'll spin it. I'll spin it.
Truck it.
Here we go. Oh man, it's like sometimes like when you crack something off, it's like cracked.
Yeah.
It's like on my hands now.
It's like egg.
Yeah, it looks like egg yolk.
It's like
egg yolk.
Well, that's not Halloween. Egg yolk though.
Speaking of egg,
it's yolk of some type.
It's yolk of some type. It ironically lands on DC scheduled announcements that happened earlier in the month. Matt?
Ironically enough, because we were just talking about egg yolk?
Yes, exactly.
I was trying to find a segue. They've got egg on their face.
Okay,
Shrug? I don't have no. So essentially, what they've announced, if you forgot, which happened at the beginning of the month, you want to spin again? You want to spin again off of the DC announcements?
Okay,
I'm okay.
Oh my God!
Who gives a fuck? The only people that give a shit about DC now are like Justin and DC.
Yep, that's true. Man has a point.
There's only two of them in the world.
First of all, nobody cares today because today's the big Marvel announcements.
Yeah.
But nobody cared when Warner Brothers said it.
Yeah, I know.
They announced Ezra Miller as the Flash, and they haven't said if he's Wally or Barry, which might leave it open for a TV crossover.
It's not gonna
They
happen.
announced some black guy as Cyborg.
You know why?
Because they thought they had a plan.
Well, they actually said they're like, God, since day one we were saying the best thing you can do is develop your characters on TV, and then storyline you can go to the movies. And they said that they're not going to do it.
No.
And they're also the reason why they're not doing it is because it's flipping stupid.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hit the nail on the head.
No kidding. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because they're fucking stupid. So, but I do like the casting of Ezra Miller as the Flash. Ezra Miller's a great actor. The some black guy, because I don't know his name and I refuse to learn it, as Cyborg. The fact that they're making a Cyborg film, whatever. They announced
Cyborg is such a
not
side
even
character.
Cyborg gives a fuck about his own film.
Of all the black characters in DC Universe, you pick
do a
Cyborg,
black
not
Green
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Wow. John Stewart, anybody, fucking whatever. I don't know shit about Cyborg, so I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. But March 16th is Batman v Superman, as we know. August 16th, which is the best announcement of the entire fucking announcements that I'm going to read, is Suicide Squad.
It's the only one I care about right now.
David Ayer, which is
yes.
November 2017, JLA Part 1. June 2017, Wonder Woman. I know JD doesn't care.
Hey, now,
March 20,
I did not say that. I'm just saying I don't know much about it.
We have never put words in JD's mouth.
And it's DC.
We have never put any words in JD's mouth, though he does not like women. 2018 March.
To be fair, I don't give a shit about
women.
This Aquaman movie. I don't give a shit about Shazam. I don't give a shit about Cyborg or Green Lantern.
He hates them equally.
It doesn't matter. The sex doesn't matter. The only property I give a shit about right now is Suicide Squad, and it's not because of the fucking characters either. It's because of David Ayer. That's the only reason I give a shit right now. And it's the only good thing DC's done to me, anyway.
So what JD just said is he doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Hey, no. I give a complete shit about you guys. I love this show.
Aww.
I love this show.
Well, our film comes out in 2019. 2018 is the Aquaman movie starring Jason Momoa. 2019 is JLA Part 2. Shazam is going to be with The Rock, and The Rock's going to be 70 years old when that movie comes out. Cyborg film, I just have here in my notes, why? 2020 is a Green Lantern reboot, and I have in my notes, John Stewart, please. Matthew, you now have gotten the entire slate of announcements. What do you think?
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep. Like... It's to me the DC universe. The only thing I really give a shit about, I care about Batman. I kind of care about Superman. It would be interesting to see Wonder Woman, how that goes. I don't know. It's like hopefully she'll be good. She's the Wonder Woman that we know.
It's Gal Gadot, so it's not the Wonder Woman you know.
It's got bigger problems.
I don't know. It's like
you got bigger problems. Okay. Dustin's trying to cut
this whole JLA Part 1 thing now too. So they're doing Part 1, Part 2, I guess. JLA. Like JD was saying, Suicide Squad is interesting on paper.
It's their Guardians, man. It's their Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's their Guardians, but it's gonna be. I don't know. I guess the thing with Suicide Squad, how I feel, is that it could be slapsticky, it could be fun, it could be like balls to the wall crazy shit happening. But I don't know. I think it's all in the casting. I don't know because they talk about the one person.
Yeah, it's gonna be good because David Ayer's doing
it. Cast is Harley Quinn today.
It's
David
over.
Ayer's
Conversation's
good,
over.
The cast.
He's on a winning streak.
But the casting they presumed is never gonna. Will Smith as a secondary character.
Ryan Gosling
and fucking Tom Hardy.
See,
please.
This wish list that they have too. It's like I think Marvel would have a better chance of casting another Guardians of the Galaxy movie than DC and Warner.
There's no fucking way
saying you guys are gonna be the fucking badass rogue roughneck motherfuckers for DC. It's like. I gotta do a sequel to Loki.
I got better things to fucking do with my time. Nicholas Winding Refn's calling me on my cell phone. I gotta go. I gotta go. You don't, but I do. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I gotta be in another movie that people are gonna boo and walk out of and can't.
Oh my god, that was a secret only God forgives.
I think the most amazing thing about that is there's two characters that don't really have their own standalone movie.
I think that's on purpose, though. I think they're saving that in their back pocket, and I think especially after Marvel's thing today, you're going to hear that in probably the next week or two.
Man of Steel.
Or they're going to completely like replace something.
It's going to get a sequel. They're just waiting to announce it. It's just a game they're playing.
And the people that say like Batman's not getting his own movie, guess what?
He will.
Batman vs Superman will probably be all Batman.
You don't even need to worry about it. Every set photo I see
Batman
is fucking Gotham City or Wayne Manor or some other shit. They're giving away money to bat people to save bats. You don't give a shit about it.
Just wait till next week. You're gonna get the official announcement next week sometime. I guarantee it.
The thing I will say.
We might see the body.
The thing I will say about the Batman Superman thing, when they announced when they had the three guys or the three people come on stage, as compared to the Civil War thing, because we've kind of grown up with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, it didn't have the regalness of when you first saw Batman with Superman together. So I would say when they had them, even though they didn't say a fucking word, that part, them coming on the stage was actually
I would
awesome.
agree.
As compared to the Civil War. Gal Gadot, again, Justin says don't worry about it, but I'm sorry, man, I'm worried. And I'm super fucking worried.
I think it's
but yeah, again, wait, when they said they're gonna have a Flash film in 2018, wasn't earlier it's supposed to be a Green Lantern and Flash team-up film when they first talked about this? What happened to that? They said, fuck it, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Aquaman was supposed to be a team-up with, who was it? Yeah, it was like both of them.
Green Arrow or something?
Nah, I don't think it was Arrow. I think it was like Cyborg or something stupid.
Or was that?
What the fuck is that? That's stupid.
But I don't know. I can't remember if that was officially DC's announcement or was that reporter who said that she was leaking some shit from DC that they had. And
yeah, I don't think anything of it was official.
She was leaking, all right.
I don't think anything was official except for what we got recently, which goes all the way to 2020, which is just mind-boggling. But okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow at 10. 2020. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with me and JD that the only thing I'm super excited about, other than Batman v Superman, which my excitement all wanes. It's like a cresting wave. Like, I'm excited today. I don't give a shit tomorrow. But Suicide Squad to me is the only thing I give a shit about. I mean, the JLA movie, I have to see this Batman Superman movie before I get invested in that, because I really don't give this Gal Gadot thing, man. I know, Justin, I know, but it's Gal Gadot. It's Gal Gadot. There's no way you can change her into somebody else.
Imagine on your Wonder Woman movie, it's like Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman. It's like, no. Like,
no,
that doesn't excite me. I mean, she's exciting to look at.
She took third fiddle to Jordana Brewster and Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, in shitty movies.
Yeah.
They're not that great.
I guess WB sees something in it that we don't. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe she's a great.
They haven't tried.
I will say though, and going back to a conversation DJ and I had when he was on our extra film, was while I don't give a shit about these, at the same time, I do want to see them succeed. I would love for these films to be good. I would love to get back on DC's bandwagon. I'm not confident that's going to happen, but at the same time, while I don't care, I do want to see them succeed. I would like them to be good because I like watching film and I like watching good movies. And these are properties that could be really fun. So while we are shitting on them mostly right now, I do want to put out there that I am rooting for them to succeed, even though I may not care at this current time.
It's a good thing because, I mean, 2016, you're going to have 4 movies devoted to comic book characters. And in 2017, you're going to get somewhere around 5.
Yeah, it's 2017, you're going to have Black Panther going against the JLA movie. And then you're gonna have
18. You're gonna have 5 as well.
Yeah, I think Miss Marvel's going against
Flash. Avengers.
Yeah, one of those fucking things. So you're gonna have a
Part 1, Aquaman.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah. So at least it's gonna be a good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's just.
No worries.
I just hope it's not one-sided where it's just like fucking DC. What the fuck are you doing?
That's what makes you worried. That's Batman v Superman. If this Batman v Superman movie sucks, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Worried. No, I would say be more worried about Marvel.
If they fuck up,
you want DC to do well.
Yeah. If they're shitty, DC's gonna be really shitty.
Really shitty. They're fucking up.
Marvel's gonna send in spies to DC to help them boost their ratings for DC, so that way that helps out Marvel. That's probably what's gonna happen. Marvel is gonna go behind the scenes and help.
I heard they got a guy with a cape. Have you guys heard the Superman guy?
They got a guy that flies without a suit.
It's a kid that becomes a man by saying one word.
Yeah, can you believe it? It's called Puberty the movie.
It's Puberty the movie.
That movie Boyhood in 2014. Fuck that. It's all
Fuck that.
now.
Because with a lightning bolt, son. Fuck Linkletter.
Richard Linklater should direct Shazam.
Richard Linkletter's directing Shazam.
Wow.
New Line Cinema presents a Linkletter film.
Shazam!
This has been Simplistic Showcase. We had a set of lovely parting gifts for the winners. But honestly, how could anyone be considered a winner after that?
All right, let's do TV roundup. TV roundup. Justin, what have you been watching on the television this month?
Well, same as usual.
I know it's not S.H.I.E.L.D. Shield. Whatever.
Never will watch that show.
There's been a shit ton of shit though.
I know there's been a shit ton.
There has been. With Blacklist and whatnot. I think the biggest thing, maybe, I don't know if I'm the only one that saw it, was Boardwalk Empire ended.
I saw the finale.
Yeah,
I wanted to get prepared for the show, so I saw.
So you skipped from season 1 to the last episode?
Went through.
Here, like what happens at the end?
I read the crib sheets. I know what's going on. I watch all the major characters get it. I saw everything.
Yeah. And like I said last podcast, I think the best idea, Warner Bros. Best idea that I can't even talk anymore. I'm thinking about Warner Brothers all the time, screwing up.
You're mistaking Warner Brothers for good ideas.
HBO can do is have a spin-off with Luciano and Capone.
Yeah, do the commission. Call it the commission.
There you
or
go.
something.
Boom,
like
we're done. We did your work for you. Move on.
Fuck you, HBO.
You gotta hope for Mark Wahlberg and Martin Scorsese to say, "Yeah, let's do a spin-off. Hey, say hello to your mother for me." That's the only way you're gonna get what you want. That's the only way you're gonna get that because they own that fucking portrayal. So I mean, it'll be good. When I used to watch that show, I loved the Al Capone on that show. Mm-hmm. The guy from Snatch, Tommy the Tit.
Yeah, Stephen Graham
was
Tommy the
Tit. The Germans. Yeah, I loved him. And he does a great Al Capone.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. And that would be the best thing. I mean, the problem with Boardwalk is it kind of became more about story time regarding flashbacks that no one really gave a shit about. Like, if it happened in season 1 or season 2, fine, whatever. But this is the last season, and really the only 2 good episodes were the last 2, and that was it. And it felt kind of weak.
Can you talk about, please, the guy who plays young Steve Buscemi and why he looks like the people under the stairs?
Creepy.
He's the most creepy.
And why he looks like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, I think it was good casting. I just needed less of it. I just think we needed less of it. I mean, I think they had the right idea. It just wasted my time, and I really wanted to, like when you watch like Sopranos, like the last season of Sopranos, you got everything you wanted, and this kind of seemed like they were trying to give it to you, but they just went down a path that I just didn't give a shit about. And then I'm like, come on. And then we only had 2 episodes, and it was it. It was over. And
did you read how Michael Pitt spoiled the finale?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, spoiler alert for people who want to watch Boardwalk Empire. A couple months.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Never watched it.
Okay.
Are you gonna watch it?
Depends on your guys' recommendation.
Well, Justin loves it. I kind of gave up on it.
I think I got weak.
I think the past 2 seasons.
I think it got very weak. So
It's not The Wire.
No, well, come on now. It seemed that this season they only had enough material for 5 episodes, and so they decided, oh, we need 10 episodes, so let's do 5 episodes, almost in total, of flashbacks. So they could have finished this season off in 5 episodes. It could have been quick and dirty and good, but it's like, no, we gotta revisit and rehash and understand. We have to understand the pain.
And I didn't care about that. That's not what I was. And there was only 8 episodes.
Intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, they only had 4 episodes worth. Sorry.
It might be less than 5.
So it went fast. That's what I mean. I mean, it wasn't even a full 10.
Yeah,
which I'm always saying, American television needs to have less episodes. So at least they got the
higher quality. British TV, my friend. British TV, my friend. Matthew, what have you been watching this month?
Busy month. Well, we have pretty much three super. Well, I guess we have total of 4 superhero shows going on right now, but 3 in particular. We have the everybody's favorite Batman show.
Don't
Gotham.
get Justin started.
Oh boy!
I watched it yesterday. It was the best episode of the episode.
Caught up.
It's just
no.
And by saying the best, it means it's not saying a lot. Then you have The Flash, which I'm enjoying.
Great show. That's great episode tonight.
I'm enjoying it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. And then Arrow. Arrow has been strong.
That's the anchor, man. That's the fucking quintessential fucking comic book TV show right there.
Yeah, it's really good. It's what I don't know. I'm liking it a lot. I like the little kind of things you're throwing in there. I liked how the last episode was Corto Maltese. I thought that was a nice little.
And we talked about that.
We
talked about bringing that in.
Yep.
I'm glad I stopped watching it, and now they're bringing it.
It exists.
What about? I know you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Did you see?
Oh, okay. I saw the old one. I'm going to throw this out really quick before we go to Constantine. Then I saw the first episode of Selfie, and
oh God, why with fucking Nebula with Karen Allen,
Karen Gillian. I like Karen Gillian. I think she's adorable.
I love her. Don't do fucking Disney TV shows.
Yeah, but she's kind of slyly funny in this show. This show by no means is it's not a very good show, and it's pretty much
a comedy, right?
It's a comedy because
is it funny?
It's painful. It's a painful comedy because these are the people. She is the person you fucking see every fucking day, and you hate that person. This is the celebrity fucking worship.
Kind of like Gotham.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of like Gotham, where you don't care or hate or don't like anyone.
But Selfie's tongue in cheek. At least it's smart enough to kind of make fun of itself and know that it's like we hate these people too. I hope the people who write the show hate these people, and that's why they're fucking really sticking it to them. But she's good. John Cho's good, and I saw one episode. It was good. I mean, it is what it is.
Here's the thing about that. You're talking about characters who we hate. There's a way to do that right, and there's a way to do that wrong. The way to do that right is called Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Those are people that you hate, but it's still a good show.
Those are people I respect.
Yes, I agree.
I hate them.
If you knew those people in real life, you'd fucking hate them.
I wouldn't be around them. Like, people that was
yes, you would.
My entire life, yes. But you have to stand in awe of their awfulness, though.
Their awfulness is awesome. I would agree. But yeah, you said you were going to talk about
Constantine. I'm sure you were probably going to mention that, or JD. One of you was going to mention it, I'm sure. I saw the leak back a few months ago, but I haven't seen the revision of the show. And apparently, what the revision is, I mean, do we want to spoil this or no?
They clumsily write out a character who they essentially just fired her from the show, and then they got a new girl. Yeah. So the leak, what that leaked months back, she doesn't get written out. It's where it seems like she's going to come back. And the one that came on last Friday, it's like the same scene as a bar scene with Constantine, and essentially it's like, yeah, she's out of here. She went to California. Yeah. Here's her shit. You'll never see her again.
That was his notes.
It's like,
it was written in crayon.
We found this is his note, and she said, "Fuck you," and blah 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 blah.
Really? They fired her.
She's not on the show anymore.
I don't know why. I still don't know the whole story behind that, so I don't know. But I like Matt Smith. Smith as Constantine.
Yeah,
I think he's
awesome.
Oh, Matt Ryan. Is it Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan. I think I'm mistaking Doctor.
Matt Smith's Doctor Who. wrong Matt.
British kind of guy, I guess. So, but he's good. He's good at Constantine. And the show itself, it's got potential to be interesting.
JD, what have you been watching this month?
Well, I don't watch as much TV as you guys, so forgive me.
It's okay.
But what I've been watching is Flash.
Yes.
Which has been pretty awesome. That, I'll say, I think it was the second episode, but that ending sequence when those two characters are talking, and I guess it's hard to talk about because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I'll just say there's a really nice father-son kind of door.
Okay, yeah, spoil
well,
it. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to spoil it. I'll just say that there's.
JD,
there's
you're the
nice
only one.
Only one. So you're not spoiling for anyone.
You're talking about the spoiler alert. If you do listen to our show, you don't want to get spoiled. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Flash. Are you talking about a certain main character talking to a certain relative?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, there's an awesome father-son dynamic going on there that pretty much had me floored. I was so into that moment, what was going on. I think they had built it up so incredibly well, and for only the second or third episode or whatever it was incredibly potent. And I know they're kind of riding off the heels of Arrow a little bit, but they just have this formula that is clicking on all cylinders. And that moment, man, I had to like pause it for a second and kind of gather myself because I thought it was really, really touching. And I just feel like that sentimentality has really carried over, even from the first show all the way through all the episodes we have now. It's just been incredible. I love the writing of the show. It's great, and the action stuff is a lot of fun too. And I love how the dynamics going on with the villains is very different than Arrow 2, so it's not like I'm watching the same show all over again, even though the formula is kind of the same. So I think the way that they have built up Flash and built up Arrow is just impeccable. I know we didn't touch on this a lot when we were doing our DC talk, but if DC wants to keep their TV stuff just to TV and they continue doing it the way they have, whatever. Keep fucking up your movies. Just keep your TV stuff the same, and I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, I think I would agree, because if let's say they got their hands on Oliver Queen or this Barry Allen, man, I have a feeling they'd fuck it up. They might
turn him dark suddenly. It's like, oh, now he's got a bigger chip on his shoulder.
No more jokes.
He's got a darker shade of red on his suit now. And
it is like the two best TV shows to watch on TV.
Yes. Best two comic book shows right now.
Who would have thought on CW? Two of the best
like
I know.
It's on the CW, and like you look at Fox. It's like they have all this money that they could and develop a great Gotham show, and yet they fail all the time.
But we talked about this from before the show happened. That show fails, to me. This is me personally, concept wise.
No, it could work,
because again,
it could totally work.
It could work, but I mean, it's very hard to do a show about Batman without Batman in it. Okay, so for you to do that, make that concept work, you better do.
You gotta be on your A game. And they are not on their A game.
You got to be on your A game, and they're not on their A game. The shows that are on their A game are what JD is saying: Flash and Arrow. The rest of
the only two shows I continue to watch,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
and I can't wait to the next week. And I can't tell you the last time that's been like that for any show.
Yeah, I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D. had. I give S.H.I.E.L.D. props for the simple fact that it is light years better than last year. I'm telling you, if it wasn't important for the story for you to watch season 1, and I would say skip it and watch season 2, because that's the show right now is in the wheelhouse where it should have been the first fucking time. But even as great as it is, it's nowhere near Flash or Arrow. It's nowhere. It's nowhere close. And the effects, the episode that came on today, there was the spoiler alert. There's a train sequence. I'm like, man, these effects are pretty fucking good for a CW TV show. They should probably. I mean, I saw worse effects in Pacific Rim than I saw in this. Even though it's a man and that's a big giant robot, but I mean, I thought they were pretty high for, again, not a main network TV show. and the acting is very, very good. So yeah, I don't understand what's going on with Gotham. I don't understand. I don't know why they can get their shit together.
I think you have to have likable characters too. I mean, I like Grant Gustin. I think he's a pretty believable, young guy who I can pseudo relate to, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, even Stephen Amell, I think he's a little more rough around the edges, more Bruce Wayne type and stuff.
He's gotten better too. He's improved his acting.
Yeah, he's improved his acting. Yeah. He's better.
Yeah.
I feel like I can kind of understand the character, and I like the way his character's developing as not only the Arrow with what he does there, but also as a person was so out of society. Now he's back in society. He's actually adapting and trying to learn how to be a person again a little bit. And I think that's showing through with the whole how he's treating Laurel now and what happened with Sarah. And even his relationship with Roy and now in Thea also. I think that's a good progression for even Diggle. I love the way him and Diggle.
Oh, they made Diggle.
A great relationship.
That show
gotten better and better.
That show made Diggle an actual comic book character, and it's made Felicity Smoke, who was the fringiest comic book character, one of the greatest characers on the show. So
she's the main crossover between the two shows too.
Yeah, man, and
she is,
and she's good. I mean, compared to anything we're getting from Donald Logue, and I love Donald Logue. Why are they making me not like Donald Logue?
I know. He redeemed himself a little bit in his last episode. A tiny bit. And I'm pissed. I get pissed at Gotham. Here, this is me nitpicking. Why does Bruce Wayne talk like a grown-ass man? An 8-year-old kid doesn't talk like that.
Why is he over his parents' death so fast?
In 5 seconds. I've got work to do.
Yes.
You're 8 years old.
Yeah, it's Alfred's what the fuck are you talking about?
If your dad's depressed, stay in your room, and you're depressed. Your parents were murdered in front of you.
Yeah.
What's this been over the course of about?
It's an episode.
3 weeks?
In the second
3 weeks?
episode, he's already thinking about I need to train and get myself ready for the fight.
I need to hold my hand over fire.
I know Bruce Wayne's a genius, but man, he's 8 years old. He's having a conversation about stocks with this grown-ass woman. I'm just like, you're 8 years old. I don't understand what's happening.
I would have slapped him. Stop sassing me, fucking bitch.
That's not how it works.
I haven't seen a single second of Gotham, and the way you guys talk about it is it's the biggest waste of time of all.
It is.
It's unfortunate because I want to like it. I really want to like it. I so want to like it. And I like the episode where they mentioned when they had Viper and they had Venom. I thought that was really cool. And I like the way they kind of portrayed that a little bit.
I agree with you.
I thought that was kind of cool. I was wow, they're bringing it into, and they're kind of explaining the pseudoscience of it too. So it's that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But it's still not enough to pull me in.
And then you add in certain elements that really destroy it, and just Jada Pinkett. It's very tough. And I don't know if you guys heard about the story on set.
Yeah, when she brought a fucking guy on a chain to her audition, I read that fucking crap.
Yeah. That's another one.
Oh,
the Warner Brothers had brought in a white stunt woman, and they actually
to play Jada Pinkett.
They actually gave her blackface.
Oh my god! All right, that's it.
What?
You've offended JD. You've offended me.
And they're like, you know what? We messed up. So it's not gonna happen.
No
they
shit.
Said, it won't be tolerated. Yeah, we'll change it. We'll hire a black stuntman.
Wow.
You put her in blackface.
I hope that's real.
God.
It is real. I'll send it to you.
It was Julianne Hogue from Dancing with the Stars.
It's Moneymaker. It's Scarlett Johansson's stunt.
I mean, they can't even get elements of the production correctly. Then
when they were putting her in blackface, were they thinking, yeah, this is a great idea?
This is the greatest idea.
Do they know that it's 2014?
14.
I mean, come on.
JD, it's Gotham. It's Gotham.
Gotham is kind of a timeless, city. It doesn't understand. There's
I guess so.
I'll give Gotham credit for one thing. There was the episode that
the Penguin. That's it. That's all it's got going.
The Penguin and the episode that Matt's talking about. One of the funniest lines in the whole fucking series is Donald Logue screaming, "What is altruism?" That was the only time of the whole series I laughed. I was like, "Oh my god, finally!"
And then it stopped short by then fucking Ben McKenzie goes up saying altruism.
Altruism. I was like, "Don't explain it.
Why
Don't fucking explain the joke."
It?
He's ruined, dude. Donald Logue lays this awesome joke, which he doesn't understand. What the guy keeps talking about altruism, so he screams, "What's altruism?" as like after they kill the guy.
After they kill the guy, he's dead.
Yeah, I was like, that was funny. And then fucking Ben McKenzie has to explain it. Why? We get it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Do it off camera. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So anyway, Arrow's awesome.
Arrow's awesome. Flash is awesome.
Bring it back.
I'll just make this last one fast. Well, I guess I got two more, but since we already talked about it, I won't go into a whole lot. But obviously, been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As DJ eloquently said, it's way better than it was this time last year. And I'm staying hopeful. And that's all I'll say about that. And then the last thing,
way better good enough, though, for you?
I think it's.
I think so. Where it is now, yeah, sure. I mean, it's writing that whole Hydra thing pretty big, and they're like they're leading up to Inhuman stuff and other alien Cosmo kind of stuff. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I like where it's going. I'm enjoying the show right now.
That's good. I look at it as like an abusive relationship. It's like, well, he said he loved me.
No, I mean, you are correct. Last season, up until Captain America came out, it was awful.
Bad, yeah.
It was
spinning
bad.
its wheels. It's like, hey, guess what? We're gonna kind of introduce a villain who might come back one day.
Yeah, but we can't really do it because they told us not to do anything, so we have to just sit here. But now that they've gotten all that shit out of the way, they can you can just tell they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want a little bit.
Sure.
So the way the production runs, the way their performances are, they're just a lot more confident than they were last season when they were kind of like feeling their way around it. But I agree with JD. I think it's light years better. I think it's worth a watch. It can't be any worse than any of the other fucking reality shows. It can't be worse than Selfie. For Christ's sake.
You just have something to look at the whole show.
Yeah,
that is true.
And from a lot of people that I've talked to, obviously there's still some people out there that just hate the show, but a lot of the people that stuck with it, I think, are more in our camp. At least the people that I've talked to have enjoyed it and thought it's gotten better. And what I've liked about this season too is not just the Hydra and the bigger Marvel stuff that they're doing, but I think they've done a really great job of just writing the characters better in general. Yeah. Which I've liked, especially the Fitz and Simmons thing. To me, I think has been really, really. It's added a nice sentimental piece to the show that was just missing altogether. So, anyway, the last thing I'll say before you can go, DJ, is I've obviously been watching The Walking Dead, and I think the first episode of this new season is maybe my favorite of the entire show.
I saw the end scene. It was wild, let's say.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Crazy. I have loved this season so far. It could be on par to be my favorite season of The Walking Dead yet. So it's been pretty awesome.
What season is it?
Strong so far.
Season 5. Season 5.
Oh, it's 5?
Well,
okay.
That's good. If 5's your favorite season so far.
Yeah.
You know?
It's starting off that way anyway. It's starting out really fantastic.
It's been very strong. It's been pretty visceral, too. Like, they're going for the brutality in this one, too, which I appreciate. Yeah. So...
but I will say, I think some of the past seasons, while they maybe have been up to the par of what I've seen so far this season, I do think that what we're seeing is a culmination of a bunch of stuff that's happened through those seasons that is making this awesome. I don't think what we're seeing with Rick would be as potent as it is if we didn't go through some of those crappy moments in the last couple of seasons.
I mean, it
same thing with S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess, for you guys. Like, you gotta sit through the shit and fucking muck and go through all that crap to get to where you are. But
where we're at now, it's good. So yeah.
Ironically, because you're speaking about Walking Dead, another comic book show, it has zombies. After the break, we're gonna do an actual monster draft. So stay tuned.
This is the super duper awesome trailer for the Force Viewing podcast. So, Jory, what do you think should be in this?
Lots of girls.
Well, I'm liking, explosions and robots and sci-fi stuff.
No! Boys have cooties, girls, and blood. Lots of blood.
But we should have in there stuff that has nothing to do... Oh, actually, you know what? Dan, what do you think?
Well, I think...
Actually, we're completely out of time.
ForceViewing.com.
Who the hell are you?
Time for an assemblage of some of the scariest creatures ever conceived by man. No, not the ladies on The View. This is the Halloween Horror Draft.
Time for the Halloween Monster Draft. In this, JD will be the impartial arbiter who will give us a question, who will determine our draft order, and then we will pick a team of 3 monsters. At the end, JD will decide who has put together the best monster squad. I just wanted to say monster squad.
Wolfman does have no
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad. Wolfman has nards. I gotta watch that movie. JD, are you ready to give us the question? And we're gonna do it like golf. Whoever's closest to the hole, I guess.
Okay. The question that I have, the answer will be a year, but if 2 of you or if all of you get the year correct, I have a backup question.
Oh, look at this fucking guy. This fucking guy has questions like I'm not
mad.
The first question that I have, it might not necessarily rely on like classic knowledge of the films or the monsters necessarily, but I think it's interesting anyway. So we're talking about the 1931 Frankenstein movie, which, if you listen to our latest episode 88, I'm going to plug my show now. We talk about our top 3 movie monsters. This was my number 1. So, going off of that, the monster makeup design for that film was done by a guy named Jack P. Pierce, which is under copyright to Universal, through what year?
Oh, fuck. Through what year?
Through what year?
Jay, you want to go first?
Copywritten.
Yep.
Justin, you go first.
Design. Probably got a good number on that one. I'm gonna say 20. Let's say 2020.
Ooh.
Okay.
Going for the ABC show. All right, Matthew.
I'm gonna go with 2031.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna go 2016. $1. I'm going $1. 2016 is what I'm going.
2016. All right. The correct answer is 2026.
Oh!
Justin's the wiener.
He keeps winning these questions. God damn it. All right. Justin, that means you get the first pick, Matthew gets the second pick, and I get the third pick. And my fucking draft has already been broken. Go ahead and make your pick.
Are we doing the snake style too?
Yeah, we're doing the snake style, bitch.
Sure.
Draft rules.
Fucking snakes.
Draft rules. Snakes.
Why's it gotta be snakes?
Why do it have to be snakes?
I'll just throw it out there too. Pandering to the judge is always encouraged.
Ooh. Well, no, Dustin. He's done this before. He's a sly one.
He pandered my own wife.
He did. Last draft, he pandered his own wife.
Yes, I heard it. Yeah.
Very, very true.
I'll never forgive you for this.
You son of a bitch. You pandered my wife.
I'm going to do this a little differently, though.
Here we go.
I'm going to go with, before when we did this, I went with strategy. I'm going to use a little strategy, but right off the bat, I'm going to go with my favorite of all time, because I don't want to see him in anyone's hands except for mine. And when I'm talking about hands, I'm talking about Freddy Krueger.
Fucking son of a bitch! That's the bracket buster. That's the fucking bracket buster.
Why Freddy Krueger? Because he's
a PTPer, primetime player.
He's ready for prime time, bitch.
Ready for prime time, baby!
Prime time.
I like it. That's good work.
Dreams, baby. dreams.
Impressions of your monsters are always encouraged as well.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Freddy is God. I mean, you look at that. Just look at the idea that he can get into people's dreams and use horror in the sense of dark comedy thrown into that. I mean, I'm going to get more into designing how I look at this. But right now, I want that comedy. I want that horror comedy that's built in. The fact of the matter is, strategy-wise, I can get you through my dreams.
It's a good pick. It's a very good pick.
It's a fucking strong pick.
It is.
God damn him.
It's okay.
Matthew, you're next.
I kind of talked on this too on our latest show too, because our guest for that show picked this for his top 3, and I've actually only seen I think the first one. But I saw it when I was young, and it scared the shit out of me that I didn't even want to go back to watch the other ones. So that alone, I think, kind of nails it. I'm also a big scaredy fan, so they get funnier.
They get funnier. That's the thing.
Interesting.
I would say.
Well, they get a little goofy.
Goofier, yeah. I say
you saw the scariest rendition of version of Freddy Krueger.
The first one and New Nightmare, the bookends, to me are the best ones. Also, even though I like them all. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the pick.
Yeah, it's that's a show. Like if you haven't seen those movies, definitely sit down and watch them.
Interesting.
Watch your your world just end.
Yeah.
Matthew, you're next. Matthew, you're next.
Such a list to pick from. I'm trying to decide who I should really go for here, because should I go no strategy and just be goofy, or should I actually try and beat Justin this time? And TJ, of course. I'm gonna go with another kind of nightmarish character. And it kind of goes hand in hand with Freddy in some way. I see a lot of similarities between these two. I'm gonna go with Pennywise the Clown from.
Oh my god!
And nice.
One, it's similar principle to Freddy Krueger. He feeds on your fear, and he can get you anyway. He's pretty much the clown Freddy Krueger when you really think about it, because he can transform into whatever the hell he wants. He becomes your worst nightmare, and he's a fucking clown, which. I don't know. To me, I don't think I've ever understood the concept of fear of clowns, really, in my personal opinion. I don't.
You are not pandering to the judge right now.
Creepy. And the clown. I forgot to mention this during TV round of American Horror Story Freak Show, which is also very good. And it has a clown, and probably the fucking. I wouldn't say the creepiest clown, but the most. It has to be the scariest clown I've ever seen, or scariest thing almost. Not even from a clown perspective, but just fucking creepy fucking thing. But Pennywise, another just thing that will haunt your dreams, and I think he'd be a match for Freddy, because they all float. They all float.
See. Another impression of a monster to gain the judges'
Absolutely. I'm trying.
I like the impression. And you had me as a good pick until you said that you don't understand the scare of clowns, because last year when for Halloween we did our top 3 movies that scare the hell out of us, this was easily my number 1, because I'm scared shitless of clowns because of this goddamn movie and because of that goddamn character. And anything you guys should go check out this Instagram photo I have on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, because there is this house in my goddamn neighborhood of this person that through their window screens it is an art piece of a giant fucking scary clown, and I'm not moving out of my neighborhood, so thanks to that shit, because it is the worst. And it's right in the middle of this path where I like to walk my dog, and I can't fucking go through there at night because I feel like I'm under fucking attack, and especially Pennywise. I think he's gonna fucking come get me. So to this
the
day,
fucking neighborhood's gone to shit. Fucking clowns
I know. So now I gotta move. I gotta find another apartment because of this asshole. Because of that movie.
Can't even take a shit.
About this fucking clown.
Exactly.
Oh, it is. I'll say it. When you're talking about movie monsters, it's a good pick.
All right. Well, I based my whole draft around getting Freddy Krueger, but because it's gone, I gotta pick up my backup, and I decided I'm gonna go with.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Don't
go with him.
Do it. Pick up.
Well, you know what? I won't. I'm going with the perfect organism, the xenomorph from Alien. Mainly because when I'm talking about monsters, I usually pick, can I avoid this creature? And if it was around me, could I defeat it in a way? And even if you defeat a xenomorph, it's going to kill you because its blood is made of acid. So if I shoot a xenomorph in the face, we both die. If I don't shoot it in the face, I die. So yes, the xenomorph from Alien, which, again, the fucking thing can breathe in space. It can't. If you play the new Alien Isolation game, that fucking thing.
I can't do it.
One,
I can't do it.
2, it can smell you. 3, it can outrun you. It is the perfect organism. I'm going with the xenomorph, and I'm not Sigourney Weaver. I can't beat this damn thing. She's more of a man than I am. I'm not Yaphet Kotto. Well, I guess technically I am Yaphet Kotto. So I'm gonna get fucking murdered. Technically, I am. So I'm going with the xenomorph for my first pick.
It really is, in a lot of ways, the perfect movie monster.
Yes.
It's incredible.
I went sci-fi, but I mean, I think it's
good.
Still kind of
it's fantastic. Fantastic choice. I like it quite a bit.
Can't do it. You can't really do an impression of it either. It's kind of like you can go.
Nah.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know what the you're doing an impression of it. I'm kind of screwed here because I can't. I'm screwed again. I've screwed myself.
Man, a million talents.
I like it. Xenomorph impersonation. It's snaking back to me. So, where people go here with monsters usually is the physically imposing, and I kind of took care of that. But the thing that really fucking gets you, is the monsters that fuck with your fucking mind, your emotions, where you're most vulnerable. Those monsters are truthfully the scariest, and because I don't have Freddy Krueger, I gotta get the one that scares me next. I gotta get Pinhead from Hellraiser, because this motherfucker.
Just give me the box, and I'll free you.
We came.
When I first saw Pinhead, I was really young. It was like, I was a little bit older than when I saw Freddy. But I couldn't understand. I didn't know how movie magic works. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with his face? I don't get the. I didn't understand. It freaked me out for a very long time. Then I got older and I realized, oh, he's essentially the scariest demon you've ever seen.
So much pleasures to show you.
So much pleasures to show you. There's a box that will just fuck you up. Pinhead is creepy as shit, and I don't even know how you get rid of him. How do you stop Pinhead?
You close the box.
You close the box.
Yeah, I mean, you figure out the puzzle. If you're able to figure the puzzle box out, but there's always the desire to open up the box again.
Yeah, you can't. How are you gonna close the box when you want to fucking open it?
Why am I fucking helping you? Why the fuck am I helping you?
Well, I kind of like it. I kind of like it because I haven't seen the movie, so I'm really relying on your banter and your argument as for this.
He's scary as fuck. He has pins in his head, JD. Pins.
His whole life is based on torture and sexual fantasies.
Oh, how interesting.
Pretty much, that's him in a nutshell, I guess, right?
He holds Pandora's box. Yeah. Do a little Google search on Pandora's box.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
It's not a good box. Of all the boxes in all the world, not best. Yeah. Not the best box. God of War was trying to close that box for fucking 3 games. It's like, I really gotta close this box.
Fucking Cenobites falling out of it.
Cenobites are trying to fuck me up. I can deal with Zeus with these Cenobites. Holy shit. All right, Matthew, your go.
All right, I think I finally found I found a trend here. I didn't realize it until I actually really thought about it here. So you have a clown. Now you have a clown. Kids love clowns. Now
kids do not like clowns.
Well, okay,
I hate clowns.
Some kids do.
Demented children love clowns.
I don't understand why they hate them, but some kids hate them. So, what else do kids like? They like going to the circus. So, my ideology, and here it comes from, this one's a little bit of a this one's a little diamond in the rough here. You might not think about it, but I'm gonna go with Jonathan Hyde as Mr. Dark in Something Wicked This Way Comes, who plays the Dark's Pandemonium. He plays the ringmaster of the circus. And he brings all the people to the circus, and he eventually steals their souls, for the most part, when you really think about it. He brings them to the circus, he gives them what they most desire, very much like Pinhead, and he steals their soul. Now, you steal their soul, but you also have... What else do you have in circuses? You have fucking clowns. Pennywise and Mr. Dark work perfectly together. And, I don't... that's the only argument I really need.
There you go.
He's making us. You want synergy on his team.
Synergy. You have to work together. Work together to kill everybody. Then you can kill yourselves. That's all I really care about at the end. The end result. The means justify the end.
What I don't think that's how the saying goes.
The ends justify the means.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Whatever works for you.
All right, Jay. Who's going to be your second pick?
My second pick is probably going to be a guy you never heard of before. But I did notice he's on this list. So no one's probably heard of him. But his name's Dracula.
Oh, this fucking guy. You mean Luke what's his name? Luke Evans?
Luke Evans.
I watched that movie yesterday for no reason. I don't know why.
Well,
Luke Evans is not a good representation of Dracula.
No, I'm talking about 1931.
Oh, you're going
Bella Lugosi.
Bella style.
Going straight Bella.
I like it. Yeah.
Why? Because he's Dracula.
Dracula.
I mean, how do we fight Dracula?
I'm going to get you through your dreams, and I have another one on the other side of life. Who's Dracula? He could turn into a bat. He could sneak into your room. And he'll bite your neck.
Sounds like every player from FSU.
Oh man.
Oh, too soon? I don't even.
Not yet.
I would say, JD, judge the shit all over this pick because I'm trying to win from behind at the third pick. Dracula does have a slew of weaknesses. There's a slew of them. There's garlic, there's crosses, there's holy water, there's stakes in the heart.
It's true, but
however, he always seems to come back to life, though.
Well, that's
he
true.
also has a lot of strengths too.
He has yes, but what are the odds you're going to have all that in your house at the time? Are you going to be prepared?
I got garlic.
Keep in mind.
Dracula's roaming the streets, of course.
Keep in mind, I'm coming after you through your dreams. This is just my backup.
And it's a good fucking backup.
That's a pretty fucking strong backup.
This is my second string.
How do you see Dracula? I guess technically Dracula and Freddy would never have to work together.
No. Because they're one's in the dream, one's right next to your bed.
But Dracula does.
Does Dracula dream?
Sleep.
Yeah. Does Dracula sleep? Does he? He does sleep. Freddy can fuck him up in a dream.
Yeah, Freddy's like, I'm sick of your
infighting. I'm sick of your shit. See, infighting. They will never work as a team.
That's why he's my number one. You could take out my number two. Just wait until you hear my number three.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Damn it,
it's a good pick.
He's always gonna fucking.
And if you haven't seen the film, go watch the fucking film. It's really good.
If you haven't seen the film, you're a communist.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the fucking
just don't see Dracula until.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead and Loving It. Watch Dead and Loving It. You'll get your money.
So you're going for the Bela Lugosi one. So you would pick him over the Christopher Lee or Gary Oldman one.
Oh, that's a good question.
I would. Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would pick the 31 film too.
Yeah. That is. I mean, it's 1931, and that's what we're getting. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I like it.
What's gonna be your last pick, Jay?
My last pick. Now, I'm not too sure exactly why we're drafting these guys. Are we trying to kill somebody here, or because that's?
I mean, I
guess that's my plan too.
What is the most scariest monster squad? This is the scariest monster squad, the ultimate monster squad. Like those little kids in that stupid ass movie. Like, fuck, I can't deal with these people.
Okay.
That's
so I'm going through your dreams. I'm going to get you in normal afternoon, whatever, days, in your room. You never know. I got a guy on Earth, and I got a guy in your dreams. But I'm going to take out the whole town.
Oh, fuck. What?
With the blob.
Oh, you fucking cocksucker. That was my plan.
I'm going to go through your pipes.
Oh, this fucking guy. I can't take a shower?
Well, you could. You just might get blobby.
It just might get blobby.
And if you don't...
Can I take a dip in the pool?
And if Dracula doesn't get you, you're going to have to sleep eventually.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Strong argument.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I say...
That's a pretty strong team.
Fucked.
What a horrible monster squad. What a fucking, like, a shitty way to die 3 times.
Yeah. No kidding.
I'm smelly, I can't sleep, and I got this fucking guy with fangs chasing me across the town.
I'm gonna kill you.
It's a strong team you have there, Justin. Very
pretty
strong.
Fucking strong team. I admit it. Fucking asshole. Fuck you, Matt. What's your final pick?
Fucking snake the fucking blob right out from under me.
Snake them.
Twisted fucking minds think alike. But Justin, fuck you.
Thank you.
Let's do a wrench in my plan. So gotta regroup a little bit here and figure out what I'm gonna do with this final pick. Got a slew of worthy candidates here on the list, but I think as DJ went to the sky, or he went to the space, he went to the deep dark recesses of space. I will also go to the deep dark recesses of space. Because there's a thing, it's almost a perfect organism. It will create the perfect organism. If it really wanted to, it could recreate the blob. It could recreate Dracula. It could recreate what it wants. And I'm gonna pick the Thing from outer space.
Oh, fucking Thing.
It comes out from the ice. And it perfectly replicates anything that it would want to do.
It comes in ice? It comes in ice.
It came in the ice.
It comes in 3 flavors as well.
It's a sexual creature.
It's a penis.
Lemon lime.
It's a penis.
Lemon lime.
It's turned into a
Blueberry. And Frankenberry. And Count Chocula.
So your team what does your team consist of?
So, think of it this way. You have basically Mr. Dark and Pennywise the Clown bringing all the kids and bringing everybody to the town fair or the city fair, the county fair, whatever fair you want to go to.
You sick fuck.
Who's a kid
the Thing.
Yeah. Wait, we're not going after kids, man. Come on.
We're going after everybody. Fuck
That's
them all.
fucked up, man.
Fuck everybody. Whoever comes to my Psycho Circus deserves to die.
Kiss reference.
Brought to the Psycho Circus, and the Thing is in wait. It's in wait, and it's waiting just to recreate it, and slowly it takes the world over, and then nothing exists but the Thing.
But Justin's blob.
It will recreate the blob.
Can't recreate it. It's gonna take everything over.
Nope.
Pretty strong contender.
If anything, you know what? Mr. Dark will just blow a fire extinguisher at the blob, and the blob will run away.
Or run, and we will require
it's
feet.
Lo-fi. It's lo-fi, but it will work.
He's gonna beat him with a fire extinguisher. My final pick, seeing that I'm not a big horror guy, but I'm trying to put together a team that, 1, scares the shit out of me, and 2, that can compete and take out. It's essentially unkillable, okay? And when we started to do this draft, come up with this draft, Matt gave us a list of people to choose from. But fuck that, I'm going off the list, because I think he left somebody off the list that, to me, beats every one of the people we've named so far. Why? Because this fucking thing is fucking unkillable, okay? I'm taking Keoki Saki from motherfucking The Grudge. Yes, Death Rattle herself, okay? I looked up Keoki Saki, alright? Or Saki, I don't know how to fucking pronounce her name. Alright? I looked up Oroku Saki. I looked up Shredder, alright?
I was like, what? I guess he's a monster.
I looked up Kyoko Saki. I looked up her powers. Other than the fact that she can come literally out of anywhere. The back of your head, your fucking bed, the elevator, your car keys, anywhere, okay? I looked up her weaknesses. You know what it said to me? It said none. The word none. Kurt,
you believe everything the internet tells you.
So the way I think this is gonna work, okay? I'm gonna probably just chase you around with I'm gonna soften you up with the xenomorph. I'm softening you up with a xenomorph, okay? That's how I soften people the fuck up, all right? And then you're gonna be like, fuck, you're probably gonna die, and you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna meet fucking Pinhead, and you're like, hey, I can give you back to Earth, and you get to live in a nice house. Oh, I live in a nice house. Because once you go into that house, no matter where you are in the world, you could be in the galaxy. You could be on Mars, Venus, Pluto. You're fucking anus. Once you go into that house and leave, Kyoko Saki will just pop out of the back of your fucking head and kill you. Why? Because she's a fucking spirit who can haunt anybody she has targeted or places she resides, okay? Such as passing through objects, floating in midair, vanishing, and even taking living beings to an unknown location so you don't even fucking know where you are, all right? So no, Kyoko Saki, more than Freddy Krueger, because Freddy Krueger got away for you to sleep. Kyoko Saki can get you to sleep, the daytime, your fucking bar mitzvah, she's coming, all right? Doesn't matter. I'm taking her to round. She's my powerhouse sleeper agent who was left off of this list begrudgingly. And on top of that, she has that weird death rattle noise that I can't really do because I'm alive. But fine. There you go. And when she's not doing the death rattle noise and killing innocent victims, she's on Lost. Okay, she's on an island with Matthew Shepard trying to get home.
Oh.
And that is my Monster Squad.
I like that you used begrudgingly too there. Nice touch.
Yeah, I like that. You like that? You like that? I worked on that all day. So, wow. JD, you've heard our Monster Squads. You have to pick, or you have to rank them from A to F. Who has the highest grade?
Wow, this is pretty difficult. I think you guys have picked some pretty good teams. I think you guys have some great monsters on your squad. And yes, I said it that way on purpose.
Clever girl.
Oh man, it's real difficult. Man, I guess I'll start with Matt. Matt started off strong. I really like the Pennywise pick. I mean, that one really scares the hell out of me. For me personally, that might be arguably is the one I'd be scared of the most. At least when we're talking like quote-unquote earthly kind of things. The second pick, I don't know much about. So that was probably the weakest of the ones that I've heard. But then he comes back really, really strong with the Thing, which I liked. So overall, I would give Matt a B+.
Ooh, look at that subtlety, motherfucker.
B+. So,
and you're all coming to the circus. You're about to die.
Welcome to the circus, baby. You're gonna die.
Which is very good. Very good. For Justin, I love the Freddy Krueger start. Great pick. Then we go on to Dracula, another one that I love. And then he finishes off with the Blob, which makes a really, really solid team that I would be scared shitless of. So, and it was consistent, like really consistent, strong picks for me. So, for me, with Justin, ever so slightly, I would give it the A- above Matt.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mother and father would
so
be
modest.
There you go.
If I didn't kill them.
And then we have DJ, who starts off with the Xenomorph, which is arguably the most difficult of all of these. I mean, it would be really, really tough to kill. Really, really difficult situation. Moving on to Pinhead next, which I don't know much about, but he makes a solid argument. And then he picks what's her face from The Grudge.
Now,
Keiko Kusaki.
Yeah. Oh, Shredder from The Grudge.
Shredder from The
Grudge. And here's the thing: when you first said that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good pick. But then you make an incredible case for it. Really, really solid homework. And for that reason alone, with the Xenomorph, with a good Pinhead argument, I love that list enough that I will give it the win with the A, with the grade of the A.
Pulling it out of my ass!
Solid work, though. Solid work. So,
I've won 2 drafts.
The way he was,
not even real.
the way he described it scared the shit out of me just sitting here hearing it. So.
He's
good work.
Watch The Grudge, man.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, Justin and Matt both have really fantastic teams. I loved all your guys' picks. I think you guys did some really great work.
But mine's the best. I don't even watch horror films. I don't even like them.
You should be dead first.
You should be dead.
I should be dead. I'm not making it. First off, all these monster squads, I'm dead first. It doesn't matter who's coming.
I'm so glad you put
who
the
you
squad
use.
together. That's gonna kill you first.
We can all be in a room. They're all going to focus on me for some reason.
I'd like to say that this was the Halloween horror draft. But it might be more accurate to say that this has just been an ineffective waste of your time.
Oh, God. All right. Matthew, you're going to give us, give everybody our information.
I'll give everybody our information. Everybody's going to get our information now. Is everybody ready for our information? Okay.
Yes, we're ready for our information.
I'm speaking to the public here. It's like, hey, we're live. All right. We are Simplistic Reviews. Go to our site, simplisticreviews.net. But you can still be retransmitted or rerouted, I guess. Redirected, that's the word.
There you go.
Thank you. Simplisticreviews.blogspot.com. You can still use that, but we prefer to go to simplisticreviews.net because it's cooler. Facebook.com/Simplistic Reviews. We're doing a lot of posting on Facebook lately. I mean, I'm not, but somebody is. Maybe it's a Rokosaki or something.
Rokosaki.
Somebody's doing that stuff on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Our new Twitter handle, or newer Twitter handle, because we're not at SR Blogspot anymore. We're at Simple Tweeters.
Yes.
So looking for at Simple Tweeters on Twitter. Also on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel. Well, Justin will be posting an incredible new awesome video that's going to be really amazing, right, Justin?
It's all right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. So proud of the video.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Simplistic Reviews 1. That is the number 1. What else we got here? We have our Android device, or a device that can be found in the Amazon Marketplace, and also Google Play, I believe, as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Google Play.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find us in 2 different venues for our app that Justin created. What do you think about your app you created, Justin?
It's okay.
Oh, there you go. It's okay. It's okay.
He's a recording. Justin is a recording.
Justin is left.
It's a recording. It's like Ferris Bueller's bed, so his parents walk in, they think he's
I'll make some chicken soup.
Okay.
You can check us out on Letterboxd. Check out, I believe it's SR Blogspot. I believe it's Simplistic Reviews on Letterboxd. You can check out our reviews on occasion there. And am I missing anything?
Hey, we have a web app too.
Oh, the web app too. Yeah, download the web. Well, explain the web app, because I don't really understand that.
Just go to the apps section on simplisticreviews.net, and you scroll down, you'll see all the apps for Google Play, Amazon, or the web app. Just hit on the web app, and we'll bring you in your browser of any device that you have. We'll now open up a web app in your app store.
Whoa! How many times did you say
He's turned into a commercial.
That was pretty good.
App.
Aptly put.
Before JD gives out his information, as always, even though this is the first time we're doing this, but it always sounds classy to start a sentence with "as always," we like to end JD's guest spot with our questionnaire created by Bernard Pivot. not renowned French journalist and interviewer Bernard Pivot. Bernard Pivot is this drunk homeless guy I met at the back of a Dave & Buster's who gave me a list of questions guaranteed to give you, our listeners, a closer understanding of anyone who completes it. JD, are you ready?
Let's do it.
JD, what is your favorite cinematic spaceship?
Favorite cinematic spaceship? Let's go with Optimus Prime traveling as his own spaceship. His own form.
Okay.
This is already derailed.
Who is your favorite Ghostbuster?
My favorite Ghostbuster. Is it... Can I cheat and say all of them?
If you had to kill all of them and save one, who would you save?
There you go. Better question.
God damn it.
Better say the black guy because DJ's right next to you.
Yeah, the black guy.
I'm right here.
There you go. And I guess with the theme of the show, I'll have to save the women characters when those are come to us in a few years.
Yeah. So much enthusiasm behind that.
Well, see, now I feel fucking terrible because we talk about on our latest show, we talk about how we do not want that to happen at all. And now, based off the way this show has gone, everyone's gonna think that I hate women, and that's fucking not the case at all.
It's okay, I'll edit all of it out. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't.
I'll just make it simple. I'll just say Bill Murray, but I love all of them.
Cowboy movies, ninja movies, or pirate movies?
I'll say ninja movies.
Would you rather fight 50 tiny Godzillas or one giant Ewok?
50 small Godzillas.
Riggs or John McClane?
John McClane.
If you could unmake one movie, what would it be?
If I could unmake one movie?
I think you know the answer to this.
Okay, here's the
answer to
thing.
this one.
I think there's one very obvious answer, but I'm gonna go away from it because there is something bigger that will make sense when I say it. I guess because if the movie I'm about to say was unmade or if it was made very, very differently, I would feel better about my life. So I'm going to say Man of Steel is the movie that I would unmake.
Clowns. Thoughts.
Thoughts?
Thoughts.
Fuck them.
Yes.
There you go.
If you could kill one cinematic hero, who would it be?
Kill one cinematic hero. Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
I'll say...
You're going to kill Jesus Christ?
He's an action hero. He's the original.
What the hell?
He is. Man of Steel.
Man.
Jesus.
What is your favorite curse word usage in a film?
My favorite, like a specific example or just the word?
Specific example, if you can come up with one.
I guess I'll give both. My favorite example of cursing in a film is Pulp Fiction, specifically Samuel L. Jackson. Pretty much anything he says in that movie. But my favorite curse word, and this is, I feel bad that this is my favorite, but to me it's just funny when a lot of people use it, but it's God damn it. Like, it feels blasphemous for me to say that, but there's something about when people, say the word that to me is just inherently comedic. And maybe it's because a lot of the time people use it, they're either really, really angry, so that comes off as funny, or they're very sarcastic about something, which is also funny. So, I don't know, I can't help myself.
Let it out.
God damn it.
There you go.
One night in Vegas hanging with George Clooney, or 4 months of jury duty with Jennifer Lawrence.
I fucking love Clooney, but this is easy. Jennifer Lawrence, any day of the week. Any day of the week.
If two trains leave opposite stations 100 miles apart while traveling at 300 miles per hour, would you rather derail and hit the first Chelsea Handler, Justin Bieber, or Kim Kanye Fish Sticks?
Kanye. He just butchered the fuck out of his name. Kanye West.
Did you get the joke? Kanye Fish Sticks.
Okay.
Kanye Fish Sticks.
I would kill Justin Bieber because that fucker owes me money and royalties.
There's more to that, huh? There's a story there.
He owes me a lot. He owes me a lot of money.
Ever seen Chinatown, motherfucker?
Hell yes.
And the final question: if heaven exists and Morgan Freeman was actually God, what would you like to hear him say when you arrive?
What the fuck are you doing here?
The floor is yours, JD. Plug your show.
Anyway, thanks for those questions. That was fun. Chinatown is actually probably my top 10 of all time. Anyway, for our show, first of all, let me say that for anyone listening to our show, or that listens to our show is listening right now, I know that I don't talk this way on our show, but something about hanging out with these guys brings it out of me. I don't know what it is.
Bring the devil out of
pills. It's the pills we pass around.
We have so much pleasures to show you.
I know.
With fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
Whatever they give me, it brings it out of me, and I just can't help myself. So I apologize if that's offensive to anyone that listens to our show. But if you aren't familiar with us, you can just find us on our website at insessionfilm.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts. You can listen just directly on our site at insessionfilm.com. And yeah, we do a main show every week where we review a new, mostly bigger release. We have a top 3 theme that usually goes along with that, and there's usually some sort of discussion segment that we do at the end of the show. And I feel like our discussion segment this last week for episode 88 is probably my favorite I've ever edited. It was a ton of fun. But we also do a smaller show that we release on Fridays called our Extra Film Podcast, and it's just it's usually shorter, and it's usually just movie reviews of small indies and art films or just classics that we normally don't discuss on our main show. It just kind of gives us the platform to talk about other film that we love and that we want to discuss. So, you can definitely check all that out. If you subscribe to our main shows, you'll get those as well, and all of that is also on our site. And again, that's insessionfilm.com. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Letterboxd, pretty much everywhere. Just search Insession Film, you'll find us.
Well, for Kanye Fish Sticks and Chinatown and JD Duran from Insession Film, who actually does love women,
I do.
I'm Harvey Bullock saying, what's altruism? Thanks for listening. Happy Halloween.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Of course.
Soldiers all on this side.
Gotta have our one viewer.
What I love about this is it does kind of give me free reign to just kind of, I don't know, I guess be a little bit more authentic. I mean, I like the way that we do our show. I think it works fine for what we're doing, but the way that I discuss with you guys is pretty much how I am in real life. And you don't really get a sense of that on our show.
This is a safe place, JD. This is a safe place. You can vent.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I feel much better. Like it's like a cathartic moment just getting to be on your guys' show. Like I finally get to release all that out.
Pent up anger. Women hate.
Thanks for listening to this Halloween edition of the Simplistic Reviews Podcast. You want to know what I find frightening? A skinny Zach Galifianakis. What the hell happened to you, hangover boy? Your health comes second to your ability to make me laugh, and your flabbiness made up 90% of that ability. Now, do whatever you gotta do to get some bacon and marshmallow sandwiches down your maw and make me laugh.